Guys, welcome to another one of the shipping videos, and this one's kind of a special one because I've been trying to work out, and I think this is the week 25 years ago that I completed the very first emerald guitar. Now, way back then it wasn't an emerald guitar, it was just a guitar, and it wasn't even a carbon fiber guitar because the very first guitar that I made was out of fiberglass because I couldn't afford carbon fiber, is the truth of it. But the second guitar that I made was made from carbon fiber and a whole lot of Kevlar, and then the third guitar was all carbon, and then the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and now we're going very quickly towards guitar number 10,000. So it's been pretty exciting, 25 years, and it just brings back a lot of memories, and yeah, it just triggers a lot of things. But looking at the rack of guitars that we have in front of us, the main feeling that I have is just how far we've come. That very first guitar really, in truth, wasn't very good, and I should have brought it here actually and shown you, but it's a pretty rough old guitar. I took a mold of my own personal guitar and copied all the things that were wrong with it into the mold that I made for the guitar, and but yeah, it was a starting point, and there was something in that I fell in love with, that process, and kept me focused on it and thinking about very little else but guitars for the past 25 years. And this is what resulted, a range of over 20 different models. We really have taken the whole art of building carbon fiber guitars to a whole other level. Fusing veneers, doing all these beautiful inlays, all the incredible electronics that we do now, like in the Virtuo, and just so many things that we've been able to take and develop. And it's not down to me. I'm probably the visionary that started all this. But we have a lot of really talented people here that assist me in so many different areas, from developing electronics to developing how we paint the guitar, how we finish it, and how we mold it. So really I have to thank all our team for everything they've helped us with to get it to this level over those years. But anyway, the shipping video is that time every week where we have a look at the guitars that went out the week before. This is something that started off the cuff about 7 years ago, I think, and we should dig up that very first one sometime and have a look back at it. But something that we just started, and we discovered it was a really great way to connect with what we build. Great way to see all the different colors and finishes. Great to see where they're going to around the world, and yeah, it just shows you the variation of what we do. Now, what's nice this week? You may remember about 6 weeks ago we launched a whole new area in our 3D builder. We added in a bunch of new inlays and some various different options like colors and things. And now we're starting to see those coming through. So this week is a very strong inlay week. We've got a lot of different guitars with inlays here. And we've got a really nice one here with a custom design, the vines with the dots. That's a new design, and this one is really quite beautiful with the rose on it. So nice to see those new options starting to filter through, and there's going to be more and more of those in the coming weeks. So that's exciting. So first one we're going to look at is going to Brett in Ohio, and Brett has gone for the Amicus, and this is the Amicus in black carbon fiber, black hardware, and it's a beautiful thing in itself. The inlay on here is the rings in silver, and it's just such a wonderful guitar. This one is finished pure acoustic, no pickup in here, and the acoustic sound of that really is a canon by itself. So fantastic instrument to start off with. We always start with an Amicus because it's the smallest, so we tend to lay these out in terms of size. Kathleen in Arizona, and I think we've 3 guitars going to Arizona this week, and just as a guess, I would probably say we have sold more guitars to Arizona than maybe any other state, and I think the reason is Arizona is a really dry climate. It's really nasty for guitars, dries out your wood, cracks them, causes all kinds of problems. So you guys in Arizona know that, and that's why carbon fiber guitar works so well. It handles that climate so much better. So this is our X7, our small body parlor guitar, again finished in the black carbon. There's just something beautiful about black carbon fiber. It's just staying pure to the materials. that we build the guitar from. A combination of the black twill weave here, finished in gloss. We've got the carbon fiber bridge that's finished with that nice satin finish, and the unidirectional carbon on the neck. So really nice combination of carbon fiber finishes and in various different ways, and they all blend very nicely together. This one's finished with the Ellerbags element pickup, and beautiful. Then we've got Wolfgang in Germany. Wolfgang has also gone for an X7, and this one is one of our wood veneers, and you know, this is such a great example of how far we've taken this. We first started veneers probably over 10-12 years ago, and what we do is we put a very thin wood veneer, natural wood veneer, into the mold, and during the molding cycle we infuse the resin into the carbon fiber and the veneer all together under vacuum and high pressure. And what that does is it fuses all the materials together, so the wood becomes part of the carbon fiber laminate, and really creates a piece of wood that is impervious to temperature and humidity. So you've got all the strength of the carbon, but the beauty of the natural wood. This one is spalted chen, and a lovely piece of spalted chen, beautifully positioned. I love how they've got this little pattern here, perfectly sized, that it just comes nicely out round the bridge, and the natural pattern of the wood just sits perfectly there. It's also got this beautiful little heart right in the center. I think that's such a nice touch, and yeah, it's got a lot of character on this. So this is the heart guitar for me. Amber back and sides, black hardware, and this one has I think there's a custom pickup system in that one, so I'm not fully sure exactly what's in there. Okay, so let's go into Wolfgang. Next one is going to Kevin in Berkshire, and this is the X10 Slimline. X10 Slimline is something that I really believe very, very strongly in, and this is a really nice example with so I think we're using the Virtuo bridge on here, so it must be custom chosen for a narrower spacing, I'm guessing. It's got the Cribo humbucker here, and it's got the Graphtec piezos. So the veneer on the top of this is Japanese tamo ash, and it's got that really nice nice quilted peanut kind of finish on there. Really nice movement on it, just left totally natural. Got the red carbon back and sides, contrast beautifully with that top, and then the inlays here are the white Celtic knots with the gold figure of 8 at the 12th. And that's one of the things that we've now added on the builder, is that you can choose the color for your main inlay, and then you have a variation of color options for the accent, which in this case will be the figure of 8, so you could get that in various different colors now, but with the gold there is really nice, and that gold just matches beautifully with the top. Then we've got another X10 Slim. This one's going to James in Arizona, and this is Pau Ferro veneer, a nice dark Pau Ferro with beautiful colorations on it. Really nice lines of pinks and reds and browns and blacks, and a lot of color variation in a very subtle way on that top, and really, really like that. Gold hardware I think is a really nice choice with it. So we've got the gold knobs here and the gold Shirtler tuners. Now you'll notice the headstock's a little bit different than this one. It's been given the slotted headstock, which is an option on steel as well as on the nylon guitars. Really looks great. And gold Celtic knots on the fretboard with the silver figure of 8. And this one has the Graphtec, the Cribo, and MIDI, so 13-pin MIDI as well. So, so a really flexible pickup system, a fantastically beautiful guitar, amber back and sides, and yeah, that is a nice guitar to be sending out on our 25th anniversary. Then we've got Virtuo, and a beautiful Virtuo. Have I said beautiful on every guitar? I think I have, and rightly so. So this one's going to Dan in Bournemouth, and this is a blue carbon Virtuo. And what I love about this one is the inlay that he's chosen. It's got our beautiful rose. So we come up with this was Yanis in our design and R&D team that designed this, and it's just such a fantastic design. Really nice little vine running up there with the leaves, just as a nice line drawing, so it's nice and simple. Finished in white here, and then the blue inlay, and the blue just ties and catches very nicely with the blue in the top. And that really was kind of my vision with this, to add the colors that you could then have match your tops. So you know, so like the blue catches beautifully, so you can imagine that also on a vibrant blue or blue quilted maple or something, or if you did it, it was a green guitar and a green rose. So yeah, I think it's a really nice design. And I also have to give a real shout out as well to Dario, the guy who does all the inlay work here in the factory. And Dario joined our team a few years ago. He's originally from Spain, and a very talented and skilled artisan. And he does all the inlay work, and he does a really incredible job. So thanks to Dario for that. And that's the first one that I've seen in this design finished, so beautiful to see it. This is a Virtuo. It's finished in blue carbon, black hardware. We've got the Fishman humbuckers, piezos and MIDI, and all those blend controls on there. So very nice. Penny in Tennessee. So Penny also has got one of our new inlays, and so we've got a couple of different things going on here. This is our vines with dots. So another nice design that we created here, and again we have that choice of colors, so you can have the main and accent color. Here the accent color was the black, and the black on black carbon really is quite nice. You just have that nice contrast in finishes. While they're both black, they do stand out from each other because one's satin and one's gloss. And then we've also added on the website the ability to have writing on the 12th fret. So yeah, we got that nice signature on there on the 12th fret. So that really allows you to customize your guitar. And this veneer on top, again, you know, these are signatures in themselves because every one is unique. And this is a unique piece of Pau Ferro, and a very nice piece indeed. Back and sides is the Vibrant Amber, and I think that Vibrant Amber works great with the glow of that top. Very similar tones. Now from Tennessee we're going up to Canada, going to Brian in Ontario, and Brian's gone for the X20, and X20 finished in black carbon. So I really like the black carbon and how it carries inlay, and maybe different tuner choices and stuff. So sometimes people expect the black carbon to be just kept very plain, but I love black carbon whenever we add some of the detail as well. So the Celtic knots on the fretboard here in silver. And that the silver just sits very nice and subtly along with the black. Really good choice. Chrome hardware there, and so that all blends very well together. And he's chosen the high vibe pickup system on that as well. And the high vibe, I mean, when I think about the high vibe, and I'm not going into the details of what it does, but 25 years ago, somebody had told me about the high vibe, I don't think I would have believed what it was and what it's capable of. So yes, now here's a beautiful X20. This is black quilted maple, and I remember years ago trying to do black quilted maple, trying in all the wrong ways, could not work out how to do it, tried transparent blacks, tried all kinds of things, and eventually we come up with a process of dyeing this quilted maple. It's a special process where we actually dip it, submerge it for 24 hours in a special solution, and it dyes it right the way through and gives us this fantastic effect. So sometimes you got to invent your own things rather than doing what everybody else does, but we eventually cracked it. And so black quilted maple with silver dots, black hardware, and black carbon back and sides, and again with a high vibe. And black quilted maple, black carbon, it's just such a wonderful combination. Then we've got another X20. This one's going to David in California. And again, Powell Ferro. And you see all the variations of Powell Ferro. You know, every one is different. We've got so many different types of it, and just so many unique colorations in it. So this one is really nice, dark, rich. It just looks incredible, actually. The depth of it, the depth of the colors. So much black going on there. I really like those black lines and veins going through there, and you know, going right from black into a very nice light color in the center here. Inlays is the white vines with leaves, gold at the 12th fret, and chrome hardware, and a red carbon back and sides. So yeah, red actually works really well with that, because it's got that same sort of dark and same intensity of color to the colorations on the top, and I think that works really nice. Last one I've got, we're finishing on a happy note. So this one's going to Mark in Arizona, and the reason that I say a happy note is it's the happy guitar. And I saw Mark actually post on one of the Facebook communities there just about this guitar. So he saw the pictures of it. The pictures sometimes go in the galleries before we've even recorded the shipping video. So I just happened to see his comment that he posted about this guitar, and called it happy. And so you'll see there, it's got this little happy face going on. So it's great to see a guitar like that that's got character straight out of the box. Yeah, I assume that that's probably why he chose that specific piece from our 3D builder, and positioned it in this way. But looks fantastic. Beautiful piece of spalted chen. Amazing colorations. If you look at the iridescence in the center of this, it's got just the way it catches the light and the movement in that center is just so nice. It's got a beautiful glow. Then these lines and veins that are running, that are like almost like a burnt rust orange, and then all the other colors that are running through here as well. So a lot of character in that top. And then we've got a vibrant red back and sides, which is a bold statement, a bold contrast to the top, but I think it works. Looks incredible, and with the gold Celtic knots here, black hardware, and that high vibe pickup system on a beautiful big X30. That's a great guitar to finish on. So that's it for this week. Keep an eye on what's going on. Take a look on our website. We've got some new things happening in there at the moment. Something special to celebrate 25 years. So that's it. Yeah, just going through those guitars, having a look at that, thinking how far we've come in 25 years is kind of special. I don't know the exact date, but I know it was July 25 years ago that I finished that first guitar. And so we're just claiming it for this week and create this as being the anniversary date. But thanks for being part of it, because you know, there's no way that Emerald Guitars would exist without the great enthusiasm that we have from our fans all around the world, and our Emerald owners, and you guys have just been so encouraging to me over the years. Becoming a guitar maker, starting a guitar company is one of the hardest things that I can imagine. When people come and ask me for advice that, you know, think about maybe starting a guitar company, I say, well, think again. Make sure that you really want to do it, because honestly, this is one of the hardest things that you could possibly do, but I can assure you it's also one of the most rewarding. And it's great to see other carbon guitar companies coming in there over the years as well, because I don't want this space all for myself. I want to see more and more carbon companies coming out there, and it's great to see some new ones emerging all the time. So anyway, that's it. 25 years. Look forward to the next 25 years, and thanks for being along for the ride. See you next week.